Hey, it's time to do a reading vid. Gonna learn. Ron Hockey once told me the more you learn, the more you earn. I think that's probably true. Right off the bat, we got 7 habits of highly effective families. Yeah. And then we got sharks. We got my first encyclopedia. Because, I don't know, I have the brain of a 5-year-old. We're going to start with the encyclopedia. Oh yeah, and I just read one page from... I'm going to read 2 of these because there's like barely any writing on this one. Pets. Pets are animals that people live with and take care of. People have been living with pets for thousands of years. The first pets were probably dogs. People who lived long ago taught wild dogs to help them hunt. Cats were pets thousands of years ago too. Dogs and cats are still the most common pets. Pets need people to take care of them. A pet must have food and water. It must also have places to live, sleep, and exercise. Many pets also need lots of love and attention to keep them happy. Sorry, hiccups. All kinds of pets. Pets are more than just cats and dogs. Lots of other animals can be pets, including rabbits, fish, gerbils, and horses. Some people even keep spiders as pets. It's a fact. Dogs can hear sounds that you can't. A dog whistle makes a very high sound. People cannot hear the sound, but dogs can. You need to be sure that your pet stays healthy. If a pet gets sick, you can take it to a special animal doctor called a veterinarian. Trained pets. Many pets can be trained to do things. A dog can be trained to come when you call its name. It can also be trained to do tricks such as begging and rolling over. A cat can be trained to use a special box called a litter box when it has to go to the bathroom. A horse can be trained to let people ride on its back. Some birds can be trained to say words. It's a fact. Chimpanzees can be trained to help people who are in wheelchairs. They bring things to the person. They can even be trained to pick up a ringing phone. Some special pets are trained to help their owners. Guide dogs help lead blind people, for example. Okay, new page. That chimpanzee thing is cool. I've never thought of that. But totally, why wouldn't you train a chimpanzee to help someone who is in a wheelchair? Why wouldn't you do that? So, okay, now we're on plants. Plants grow everywhere except where it is cold all the time. Without plants, there would be no life on Earth. Plants give off the oxygen people and animals need to breathe. Plants also take harmful gases out of the air. Most of the food we eat comes from plants. Plants also give us materials to make things such as paper, cloth, medicine, and more. Words to know. Nutrients. Things that help plants and animals live and grow. Some people like to plant flowers in their yard. They enjoy the bright colors and sweet smells of the flowers. The fruit of a plant is the part that holds the seeds. Some fruits, such as the dandelion, have seeds on the outside. Some fruits, such as the apple, have seeds on the inside. Plants can't run away and hide, and they can't call for help. However, they have other ways to protect themselves. A cactus, for example, has sharp points that keep animals away. The parts of a plant. Leaf. Leaves are where the plant makes its food. Tiny openings in leaves take harmful gases from the air and give off oxygen. Stem. The stem holds the plant up. Water and nutrients travel through the stem. Flower. The flower makes seeds. Root. Roots hold the plant in the soil. They carry the water and nutrients from the soil to every part of the plant. The plants in a garden grow food for the gardener to enjoy. These tomatoes are growing well in this garden. Yeah, see? Picture of tomatoes. Plants and animals. Plants are living things. Like all living things, they need food and water. However, plants are different from humans and other animals in some important ways. They make food from sunshine, and they cannot move from place to place. They do not have good senses. Animals, they hunt, find, or grow food, move from place to place, have senses for smelling, feeling, hearing, seeing, and tasting. They grow food? Animals grow food? What? Okay. Holy, it's already been 5 minutes. That took longer than I expected. Now we're going to switch it up. I don't think we're going to get to sharks, but we'll read a page of this puppy. Random page. Here we go. There we go. And I start, even if it's mid-sentence, I just start reading right at the top. Reflects the understanding that self-knowledge is the basis of all other knowledge. If we don't take ourselves into account, all we are doing is projecting ourselves onto life and onto other people. We then judge ourselves by our motives, and others by others and from the environment, until we can be separated even from ourselves so that we can observe our own tendencies, thoughts, and desires. We have no foundation from which to know and respect other people, let alone to create change within ourselves. Developing all 4 of these gifts is vital to proactivity. You cannot neglect one of them because the key is in the synergy or relationship among them. Hitler, for example, had tremendous self-awareness, imagination, and willpower, but no conscience. Yeah. And it proved to be his undoing. It also changed the course of the world in many tragic ways. Others are very principled and conscience-driven, but they have no imagination, no vision. They are good, but good for what? Toward what end? Others have great willpower, but no vision. They often do the same things again and again with no meaningful end in mind. And this applies to an entire family as well. The collective sense of these 4 gifts, the relationship among these gifts, as well as the relationship among the individuals in the family, is what enables the family to move to higher and higher levels of achievement and significance and contribution. The key lies in the proper nurturance of all 4 gifts in the individual and in the family culture, so that there is a great sense of self and family awareness, a highly cultivated and sensitive individual and collective conscience. The development of the creative, imaginative instincts into shared vision, and the development and use of a strong personal and social will to do whatever it takes to fulfill a mission, to achieve a vision, to matter. Those are kind of like fun words to say. I kind of liked that. The circle of influence and the circle of concern. The essence of proactivity and the use of these 4 unique gifts lies in taking the responsibility and the initiative to focus on the things in our lives we can actually do something about. As St. Francis wrote in his well-known Serenity Prayer, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. One way to make this differentiation more clear in our minds is to look at our lives in terms of what I call the circle of influence and the circle of concern. The circle of concern is a large circle that embraces everything in your life that you may be concerned about. The circle of influence is a smaller circle within the circle of concern that embraces the things you can actually do something about. Well. I kind of liked that. I don't know. That was wholesome. I'm excited to keep reading that. I want a family so bad. I can't wait. I already have a family, but I want even more family. So that's 10 minutes of relatively random reading. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time. I can do the gun because this is more casual.